Can we get to know you, sir?
Yeah, thank you, Henrietta. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I see it as a great opportunity, to speak with your community and also to be a speaker in your conference. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Yeah. So, like I said, I wanted you to let us know who you are. You've not added any of that. You've
Okay,
just
okay, okay,
let's
okay,
know you.
okay,
Let's know you.
okay. Right now, I'm on another platform that I'm not familiar with, so I'm trying to arrange myself. So, okay, I don't want to start with hello guys, welcome back.
I can just imagine you're used to that. Yes, you are the one that's always interviewing all of us. So now we are interviewing you.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So,
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that Renta has me here. So I am Jonathan Ikechukwu, also known as the Tech Informant. And I know if you are coming from YouTube, definitely you've seen one of my videos.
definitely.
So
Definitely.
I'm a software engineer by profession, and I've been on the technology aspect right from the early 90s. I think the first time I touched a computer, a Mac computer, was sometime around 1992, 1993. So I've been a tech person like major part of my life. And I know most of you here, or I know my host, you know that I just celebrated my 50th birthday I mean 2 days ago. So it's just
Happy
like
birthday again. Happy
thank you,
birthday.
thank you very much. So I'm a husband, a father of two children, and I'm also still, aspiring to be the best version of myself each day. Each day I see. So I do help creators, to resolve issues that regards to monetization, converting their God-given talent, their skills into, making reasonable revenue or additional revenue, for themselves. So I've been doing this like for the past 3 years or so, and I've worked with over 200 creators from different parts of the world, both Africans, Asians, Caucasians, Indians, and all that. So it's been a great honor, and I'm so happy. Each time I have the privilege to talk about this wonderful platform called YouTube, I'm always excited. So I think that's all I need to share. If there's any other question, you can hit me more. Okay, we can't hear you. I think you are mute.
Can you hear me now?
Correct.
Is it good? So you said you actually have been doing this for 3 years, but I know you have been on this platform for more than 3 years. You're one of the OGs when it comes to
Yeah.
doing YouTube content creation and even also YouTube growth strategies. So
Yeah.
what actually inspired you to start sharing content about YouTube growth? What inspired you?
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that question. Now, I didn't started on YouTube, let me say, 3 years ago. I mentioned that I started helping creators within that period, I think around 2022, 2023. That was when I started working with creators fully. So, but I started my YouTube channel, the one that many of you know me for, that is the Tech Informant. I started this sometime in 2018. That should be around 7 to 8 years ago. So what actually brought me to YouTube was that, I've been working, I've been a creative even before the invent of YouTube. I've been making videos. I've been video editor. In short, I've worked in the tech space, so I have that opportunity to create media or make videos edit videos, direct, even there at some point I directed some music videos at some point. I mean, when I was trying to, make things about, learn things about media. So it get to a point I started, I wanted to share my knowledge to the world. I wanted to share my knowledge to the world because I know I have a lot of experience in tech. So so I couldn't find a better space. And coming from the analog and generation, where anything, if you want to share anything, you must do it on the traditional media, either on TV, on newspaper, or journals and or magazines. So I don't have that resources, or even to publish a book. So I don't have that resources. So fortunately, when the at the introduction, or the starting of social media, when the social media started, I saw it as an opportunity. Even before then, I already have a website. My website, my business website, I think I registered it sometime in 2006 or so. So my website, I think my business website has been there for like, I think that should be like over 20 years or so. So I've been trying to, do blogging, not vlogging, post articles on my website. But I saw that it wasn't getting traction. People are not coming there to watch. So the next thing I did when the social media platform started coming up, I now have to, try to invest on social media. And with the help of digital ads, like promoting content, especially on Facebook, I'm very sure that I was among the first people that tried it out. So it worked out well, but it's just like I wasn't getting I was getting the attention, but people are not staying to watch, to read my article. So fortunately, I dabble into YouTube. It's not like I dabbled into YouTube. I've been sharing my videos to my clients through YouTube. But this time around, I wanted to use YouTube to promote what's my knowledge. So when I post on my website, people don't read. Very few people, the traffic wasn't there because nobody knows me, and I don't know how to pull that traffic. When I started posting on social media like Facebook, I was getting little traffic, but wasn't as. But this time around, when I now saw the potential of making content on YouTube, that is making videos, it took it to another level. So when I started making video teaching people how to code, how to do web development and all that. I was seeing people responding, trying some other things that relate to tech. So that marveled me. So what attracted me to YouTube was that it was like it's the most powerful the most powerful platform in the world. YouTube is the most powerful platform in the world. When you gain your relevance on YouTube, it's just like you have gained your relevance in every part, every sphere of the world, whether in politics, whether in entertainment, whether in religion or whatever. So YouTube is in my own opinion, the most powerful platform that you can be at, because I've tried other platforms and I didn't see the impact. Especially, I felt like sharing what I have with the world. But immediately I just started posting on YouTube, I saw the difference. So that inspired me, or that attracted me to start making content on YouTube right from 2018.
Wow, that is what we call that's what we call an awesome, magnificent, and glorious journey.
That's it.
Yeah, so tell us, how has that journey been now? How has that journey been? Because you've been at it for a while. So how has that, tell us about that content creation journey. Is it profitable, or is it just fulfilling as a ministry, or as for legacy? Tell us, let's know, please, sir.
Okay. Well, the journey, I will say it is bittersweet. We have the bitter side and we have the sweet part. So starting out, which I'm going to share some of these in details much later in this session. So starting out, I have a lot of challenges. Not challenges as per gadgets but this is like the inner man challenges, which, the theme of this conference is bringing out what is inside outside. So it was a basic challenge because personally, I'm an introvert person. You get the point? I'm an introvert. So I'm not the kind of person that speaks in the public, talk to people. People that know me far back, they know I can't relate. I'm not comfortable discussing with people. How much more talking to camera? So one of the biggest challenges that I have when I was starting out was that I didn't want to be the talent facing or talking to the camera. So I have the skills. I can shoot. I know how to use the camera, digital camera, professional cameras. I know everything about media, but myself standing, making the video was a big problem to me. So I looked for people that will be my talent. Like I will shoot, I'll be behind the camera and I will do the recording for other people. But it wasn't going, nobody could understand my vision back then. So I now took it upon myself. So the journey wasn't easy. When I started, I didn't tell my family members, I didn't tell my friends. I just started my YouTube channel because I know if I ask anyone that how do you see starting a YouTube channel, I don't think any of them will encourage me because of the kind of personality I was back then. So along the line, it's not been all that sweet along the line. There have been sometimes, trying to keep up with the content, trying to keep up with the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is not friendly when you are absent for a very long time. So sometimes, even when you are not in the right frame of mind to make content, you will be forced, to put up something there. And this is just like a ministry. So it's just like you open a church and one particular Sunday you are not feeling fine. You just decide, okay, there won't be a Sunday service today. I'm not feeling fine. Let's reschedule. So you need to show up. Whether you are strong or not, you need to show up. So that's so that's one of the strongest, one of the bitter parts about making content on YouTube. Then on the sweet part, when you talk about the sweet part, one, the exposure, the revenue and all that, I'm going to share a lot more about that much later in this session. So the good part is that the exposure I've gotten, the connection people I've worked with, even in there are people people that are the top in their industries that reach out to me for one thing or the other. So this YouTube have exposed me beyond places that I think I can find myself.
So if I were to take a few things from what you just said now, that yes, it's rewarding. It's not as if it's not rewarding, but beyond that is the fact that you are meeting people of worth. You're networking with
Exactly.
people of higher rank. So that makes it richer, makes the experience richer. So, and you said it,
True.
you have to show up on YouTube, whether you like it or you don't. And I like the analogy you use that it's like if you open a church, you won't say that because you're not feeling it that you will not go. You have to go because people are depending on that word you will bring. Thank you very much for
Exactly.
that. So would you say it's worth it? Would you say that it has been worth it? Being on YouTube. And let me add another one to it. Let me tie two together. Has it been worth it? Yes or no? If yes, if you were to start all over again, to start your channel, start this content creation thing all over again, what will you do differently?
Okay. Um, is there, is it worth it? YouTube is 100% worth it. YouTube is worth it 100%. 100%. You can imagine, like I said, I am from the analog generation. You can imagine I'd never dreamed in my life that I'll be somewhere at my comfort space and people will be watching me from all over the world. And when I post something, people will react from different, it's a huge thing. I mean, considering my my person coming from from an analog generation. Now, the second question that you tied to it, sorry, let me get me the second question, please.
If you would do everything all over again, if you had to start all over
Okay,
again, what would you do differently?
okay, what will I do differently? Basically, you know, if it were when I started back then, I think what I would do differently would be totally different from what I will do today, fam, because AI has, has changed everything. The dynamics about creating content on YouTube is totally different now. So if I will start today, and what I will do differently would be that I will make my content creating system more structured. I will know what I want to do. Now that I have a better understanding of how the algorithm works with the audience that you have created or the audience on the platform, and a whole lot. So I will make things more structured. And with my experience in media, I will, kind of outsource some services to more experts. You understand? So, but this also has to tie down to what are you thinking of making money on this platform? Are you just trying to make impact only, or you're just making content on YouTube for legacy purposes? So what I will do differently is I will make it more structured compared to how I've structured it, currently. Okay,
Sir.
you're mute. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. So I want to ask you, sir, do you think YouTube is saturated? Because people tend to feel like, YouTube, if you're coming now, it's like you're coming late because everywhere is filled up. Is there? We used to say that YouTube is like an inelastic. We call it inelastic or an elastic place that everybody in the entire world can come into. And considering the theme of this particular conference, the mouthpiece, taking what's inside outside. Do you think people can actually give their own unique message and stand out and win in this YouTube business? Please help us, sir.
Okay, let me say, YouTube, let me use this analogy. It's just like the skies, like the sky. You can imagine, like when a bird is betting a new chick. Maybe you are just getting a new bird. You are scared that there are a lot of birds in the sky. You can imagine how many birds that can fill the sky to the extent that we can't see the sky. So YouTube is not saturated. And the interesting thing is that as the day goes by, new opportunities, new niches are coming up, new talents, new kind of, audience interests are changing. Different things are taking shape. So you might come at the right time. Okay, let me say, for example, if YouTube is saturated, there's this creator that I hosted some weeks ago. She started a new YouTube channel. I think that should be around I think it's less than 6 months. She started her YouTube channel less than 6 months. And currently, she's getting over 3 million views on her videos every month.
Did you say 3 million views every month?
Every month on her videos on her channel. She gets so
Wow.
if you tell me that
Awesome.
YouTube is saturated, so where are these 3 million views coming from? So that is the deception of the mind. If you know what you are doing and focus on what you are doing, you can basically succeed on YouTube. So, like, I know this question normally come up, YouTube is saturated. Like currently, like in my niche, which is the YouTube education, I do see new creators coming up, new channels sprouting here and there, and they are doing great. Even some of them are even doing better than my channel. You understand? So YouTube is not saturated. You come in here, people are here, your style, your personality will determine how far you can go on your content creating on YouTube. So YouTube is not something you can say is saturated or it has a cap or a limit. there's always a space. When you jump in, it's just like an ocean. So there's no how there's no how fishes we take over the whole ocean. The ocean is very wide. Even though if you add 1 billion fishes into the oceans of the earth, there's still enough space. So that's how YouTube looks like.
This is the word for the wise. So somebody had said before that, okay, the best time to start YouTube was 10 years ago. The next
Yes,
best time
best
is
time.
now. So guys, hear
Sure.
that too. The next best time is now. So
No.
let me just give a break to quickly tell the people in the audience, Mr. Jonathan, Tech Informant has graciously granted two people, two gifts. And he said he'll be willing to do a YouTube channel review. So if you're here and you're in the audience and you have a YouTube channel and you want to get that, you have to start being very, very participatory inside of the comments, because you have to tell me whether it's yes or no if you want, because I'm sure he wants to contract it for me to choose. So for me to choose, you have to be very, very participatory. Engage in the comments. Share the link to all your friends. Tell us why you want Mr. Jonathan to give you his time. Don't forget, I'm not paying Mr. Jonathan. No. He's doing this out of his volition, out of his free will, out of his largeness of his heart. So if you want to be one of those two people to get his gift today, make sure that you are participating in the comments. Let us know the things you are learning from every session, right? And also let us know whether you want to be part of the people that want to have that free channel review. All right, sir. I just wanted to let them know that you are one of our sponsors. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about money, sir. Let's talk about money. Let's talk about shmoney, right? So, is YouTube AdSense revenue reliable? You know, you talk a lot about YouTube AdSense. Right? You even have a group, you have a cohort that you have one-on-ones you do for YouTube AdSense revenue. You are the what we call the Oga Kpatakpata when it comes to YouTube AdSense revenue matters. So, is YouTube AdSense revenue reliable and sustainable? Well, you will answer me, you will let me know. But what other ways can content creators monetize their channel on YouTube? Thank you, sir.
Okay. That's nice. This question, I do get it frequently. From my community, asking this question: starting a YouTube channel, can I depend on YouTube AdSense revenue, to sustain? Okay, now, um, different, different people with different experiences. So I've seen creators that have lived over the years with YouTube AdSense revenue. They depend solely on YouTube AdSense revenue, making money from AdSense. The money they make from AdSense is enough for them to live their life. So, but there are some that sometimes their revenue are not steady. And this, almost every creator on YouTube can confirm this. YouTube AdSense revenue is not a steady, that is not a steady income. Today you can be making $500. The following month you might make up to $2,000, maybe the upper one 5,000, then the next one you can be surprised you just plummet to $1,000. So that is how the YouTube. So it's not something that I would tell anyone to just solely depend on YouTube AdSense revenue. I won't advise anyone, but a lot of creators are making it. Okay, let's say, for example, we've noticed recently that YouTube has been demonetizing channels, creators on their platform, and even terminating channels on their platform. So imagine if you have been living on YouTube AdSense revenue for, let me say, for the past 4 years, and you are comfortable, and suddenly your channel became a victim of this recent demonetization or even termination. You can imagine what would have happened to that kind of creator. So I won't advise anyone to depend on AdSense revenue, but a lot of creators, I'm not saying many, but I know a good number of them that are making thousands of dollars monthly, and that is enough for them to sustain. Now, outside AdSense, there's a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunity. So that's where what you have inside, bringing it out comes to fore. That's where the rating comes in. When you know what you are good at. So when you are starting a YouTube channel, you must be intentional. Like me personally, I started YouTube or started making content online just for people to know what's the knowledge that I have. Some people know me as a computer repairer, and that was what I was like in the 90s. They know that I fix computers. So as times go on, I transformed. So some people still think I'm a still, or maybe some people that knew me back then might be calling me that, I need my computer got broken. I need you to fix it. But by the time you see me on the internet talking about something differently, you will say, wow, that this man, he knows a lot. Is beyond repairing computers. He has a lot of things he has to do. So people will not be looking for me in my previous place, but they'll be, searching for me in my current space. So with that knowledge that I have as a tech person, I brought it to fore. So I was intentional. So now, what you as a creator, if you want to start a channel or if you're already there, make sure that the kind of content you are creating is something you are passionate about. Definitely, I know this will conflict with people making faceless content, you understand? But I'm going to talk about faceless content much later. So now, but the most important thing, I do share this with creators that I have one-on-one chat with. The most important thing is for you to create a personal brand. When you have this personal brand, it goes a long way. You might not be monetized on YouTube, but people will be calling you for things that they know you are good at. If you're a relationship counselor and you are dishing out good counsel that people respect or they value, you'll be surprised. They can even book you for their own relationship counseling. If you are good in business, you're a business strategist and you're dishing it out on the internet or on YouTube, you see people coming, reaching out to you. If you are good at using AI tools to create wonderful things like maybe business analytics and all that, you see people reaching out to you. You get the point. On this my channel, I remember when I was making web development content, I know how many businesses that reach out to me for me to design their website. So now you shouldn't depend on AdSense revenue. You shouldn't depend on that. What you need to do, there are other alternatives like you can create ebooks, you can create courses, you know. Possibly some of us might say all these are for techie people. You can even schedule programs, maybe like live program, just like what we have this conference, the Shine conference like this. So if you are not too good, you are not tech savvy, there are a lot of ways that you can monetize your content on YouTube. Then again, we have brands reaching out to you. When it comes to the brand reaching out to you, you need to also be strategic. You can't be dishing out any kind of content on YouTube and expect to make reasonable money outside your platform. You understand? So creating outside, I will always advise, and like me, like last year was my best, was my peak when it comes to dealing with brands. You understand? And just like that last year, I was very much intentional. I was very consistent last year, and it brought a lot. So just imagine, I know I do made a lot from AdSense, but I always have that at the back of my mind that while I'm still doing all this, I still need to be open, be intentional, know how I make my videos. I don't just do random things just because I feel like doing it. And also, when it comes to, I know nobody is perfect, but when it comes to integrity and trust, you should also let people, your audience, to trust you very well to the point that when you say something, they will believe you. So there's a lot, but these are just the few that I can share with you right now.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is actually very informational, and I believe I'm even seeing the comments right now inside of the chat that people are saying this is so eye-opening. This is informational. This is what I'm trying to do. They are actually following along, guys. This is golden nuggets we're getting. Please say thank you inside of the comments to Mr. Jonathan. I have one more question before Mr. Jonathan takes his presentation, right? So the last question is, do you have any regrets about YouTube, or what's your biggest regrets on YouTube, and what's your biggest joy? So there are two questions. What's your biggest regrets, and what's your biggest joy on YouTube?
Okay, let me say, nobody told me that the road will be easy. I don't know if I
Nobody
can sing
told
the song.
us the
Told
road will
me.
be easy. You're right.
So, let me say 20, I think that should be 2023. I had a terrible health challenge sometime, I think that should be 2023, that made me to go off on YouTube for I think for almost 2 months. So, making content, you get to a point, when you are doing something you love, you love and doing, you nothing will hold you back. So I was so passionate making content on YouTube, making research, and the algorithm. If you're analytical, if you have analytical mindset, you can easily read YouTube and its algorithm. You can easily understand when things are working and when things are not working. And even when things are not going well for you, you will know that, okay, it's because I'm doing this way. So now, there was a time I felt terribly ill, and I always make mention of that, and I have to take a break. And by the time I was coming back, I struggled coming back. And I almost wanted to give up back then. But I said, no, if I give up, and the interesting thing, just like you said, I'm one of the OGs. So I was saying that we have, like, when it comes to the YouTube education back then, I don't think we are very few. I don't think we are up to 3 or 5 of we from Africa making about this YouTube education, monetization, and all that back then. So, and I say I have a lot of information to share because I've already been working with creators and I've been having some experiences that I need to share. So suddenly, for me to just give up, it's like I'm living a very huge vacuum. So this is one of, I worked myself to the point that I broke down. Creating content. I worked myself, I still have other jobs that I do, but I always I'm so passionate, like YouTube, making content on YouTube was just like my pet. So I was so passionate about it. So as this way me brought me down, and it get to a point I said I wanted to give up. Like when I got that, when I fell ill, but I said no, I have to keep on moving. Sometimes I'll see people dropping comments in my old videos. Some will even, be dropping message on Instagram and all that. So I just thought to myself, will I just abandon these people? Some of them are asking questions. Maybe they can't monetize their channel. They're struggling with applying with this. I'll just say, will I just ignore these people? So that made me to come back. Now I'm coming to the successes. I don't, there's YouTube on its own, making content on YouTube on its own is a success. The best part is that I've, before I started YouTube, there was something I thought to myself, for those of us watching from Nigeria, our Nigeria audience, that our currency always get devalued. Like it's just like it's a regular thing. Our currency the Nigerian naira keeps going down, going down. So I now
You
started
can
thinking to
say that
myself,
again and again.
thank you. So have this thought that not most, all my clients were locals. They are local clients and they pay me in the local currency. So if somebody pay me something 1,000 naira for a particular service, then like by next year, that 1,000 naira will be like 50% the value. You understand? So I now started thinking there must be a way, because I know that the foreign currency like the dollars has strong value. So I now started reasoning, how can I start making money that people, I mean, how can I be rendering service that people will be paying me in foreign currency, so that when I earn the money, I can keep it over a long period of time and the value will not go down. So I think seeing that dollar sign in my bank account, I think that's one of the greatest success.
Wow. Wow. You can say that again and again. So just picking a few things from what you said before I finally get out of the room so they can talk to us is that
Okay.
there are both joys and regrets. That times
Yeah,
come and we have to realize that nothing will ever be perfect. From time to
exactly.
time, there might be setbacks, but that shouldn't stop us from always thinking of going ahead. Like we sang, both of us sang, nobody told us that the road would be easy. The road, actually, if it was easy, that means that everybody will be doing it. But you
True.
see, there are obstacles, but we surmount these obstacles. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan, for this little question and answer session that we had. Now, Mr. Jonathan is going to be taking his presentation. I'm going to get out of this place, right? But before then, remember that Mr. Jonathan has two slots for channel reviews, and I'll be picking them today. So if you want to be part of this, I am the one that is going to pick it. So you better, the only my criteria is for you to be booming. Everybody like this particular live stream. How can we have only 4 likes? It's not possible now. It's not possible. We are many here.
Yes.
Like this live stream. Share it to your friends. Type in the comments that I want to be picked by Mr. Jonathan. Tell us the reason why. If you have about to have a YouTube channel, or you have to have had a YouTube channel. Sorry. He has said the condition is you must have a YouTube channel, and maybe you want him to give you some advice about it. So you can't just be starting. You must have had. So please type in the comments. I've already seeing your people are saying, I want Mr. Jonathan to pick me. Tell us why. Be very, very active. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. I'm going to get out here so that you can have the floor, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay.